The focus of this video lesson is the triangle inequality theorem. There are two parts to this. The first theorem, Theorem 6.9, titled the triangle longer side theorem, simply states, if one side of a triangle is longer than another side, then the angle opposite the longer side is larger than the angle opposite the shorter side. Basically, the biggest angle is opposite the biggest side, and the smallest angle is opposite the smallest side. So in this image here, we see that side AB is 8, and 8 is bigger than side BC, which is 5. So the angle opposite AB, that is angle C, is larger than angle 5, larger than angle A. Then we have Theorem 6.10, the triangle larger angle theorem. And it says this, if one angle of a triangle is larger than another angle, then the side opposite the larger angle is longer than the side opposite the smaller angle. So in this picture here, we see that angle A, 50 degrees, is bigger than angle C, 30 degrees. So the side opposite angle A, that is BC, is longer than side AB. Let's take a look at how this works. Example 1. You are constructing a stage prop that shows a large triangular mountain. The bottom edge of the mountain is about 32 feet long. The left slope is about 24 feet long. And the right slope is 26 feet long. List the angles of triangle JKL in order from smallest to largest. So first we notice that the shortest side is right here, JK, which is 24 feet. So we know then that opposite of JK is L. So angle L is the smallest. The next biggest side is KL, which is 26. The angle opposite is J. And then our largest side right here, JL, is 32 feet. So the angle opposite is angle K. All right, example 2. List the sides of triangle DEF in order from shortest to longest. Okay, so we'll take a look here. They only give us 2 of the 3 angles, but we know from our previous chapter, the triangle sum theorem says that all 3 angles add to 180. So we can find this angle here by simply taking 180 degrees and subtracting the 51 and the 47. So we have 180 minus 51 minus 47, and we see that this missing angle here is 82 degrees. Now we can see that the smallest angle is angle E, and therefore the smallest side is opposite that, DF. Then the next biggest angle is D. So the next biggest side is opposite that, EF. And last but not least, the largest angle, angle F, and opposite that, DE. All right, go ahead and give it a go. List the angles of triangle PQR in order from smallest to largest. And list the sides of triangle RST in order from shortest to longest. Check in with Ms. Curtis to see if your answers are right. Pause the video to give it a try. All right, here's one more theorem. Theorem 6.11, the triangle inequality theorem. And it says this, the sum of the lengths of any 2 sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. That is, if I add any two pairs of sides, it will be bigger than the third side. Okay, let's take a look. A triangle has one side length 14 and another side length 9. Describe the possible lengths of the third side. Okay, so we're going to sketch out a triangle. And let's say this is our triangle. We have 14, 9, and some other side. We'll call it X. According to the triangle inequality theorem, if I add 14 and 9, it has to be bigger than X. If I add X and 14, it has to be bigger than 9. And if I add x and 9, it has to be bigger than 14. So let's solve each of these. So 14 plus 9, that's 23. So x has to be smaller than 23, or 23 has to be bigger than x. Let's solve this one for x. We'll remove the 14 from both sides. We get x must be bigger than negative, what's that, negative 5. All right, then let's solve the next one. Minus 9 on both sides, and x must be bigger than 5. All right, so now let's describe the possible lengths of the third side. All right, so we're going to say the third side must be more than 5. That is, we're going to include this one and not this one. Sides can't be negative. And smaller or less than 23 in order to satisfy the triangle inequality theorem. All right, so basically what we did here, we added any two pair of sides and guaranteed that it was greater than or more than the third side. Now you give it a go. A triangle has one side length 12 and another side length 20. Describe the possible lengths of the third side. Pause the video, give it a try, and then check in with Ms. Curtis once you think you have the answer. All right, that's the lesson. Now, please ask Ms. Curtis for the using inequalities in a triangle practice worksheet and knock that out so you have no homework.